Do you understand what this means? Democrats are continuing on their dehumanization campaign against Republicans, against President Trump, against anything that's considered right of center or MAGA. This is no more apparent than the response by Democrats to the recently unearthed text messages sent by the current Democrat Attorney General candidate running in Virginia, talking about the Republican Speaker of that assembly back in 2022, saying that he should catch 2 bullets, saying that his children are fascists and that they are evil. Democrat Abigail Spanberger, who's running to be the governor of Virginia, she said she disavows the statement, but she is not calling for Jay Jones to suspend his campaign and drop out of the race. And that just proves everything. The dehumanizing campaign of Democrats against Republicans will not end until average, everyday Americans wake up and say, no more. That's what needs to happen from average, everyday Americans that don't view themselves necessarily as a Republican or a Democrat. And my hope is that people wake up and understand that this dehumanizing campaign is rooted deep within the Democrat Party. Now, I'm not saying every single Democrat, of course not, but I'm saying that many elected Democrats, absolutely. And I already know there's a bunch of people that can say, well, Republicans have been calling Democrats socialists and communists, because it's true. You have the Democrat Socialists of America. They talk about Marxist ideology. They might not say like, oh, I'm a, dyed-in-the-wool commie, but they already ascribe to those values of socialism and communism and Marxism. But more importantly, it's because the Democrats then say things like punch a Nazi. But I want you to ask yourself, have Republicans been calling for violence to be used against these socialists and communists? No, we have not. So enough with that nonsense of the both sidesism. There are no both sides. Democrats have embraced and employed a system of dehumanizing Republicans all so they can take back power. That's why they've been doing it. I'm not going to play these games where you say, well, oh, it's not every Democrat. Of course, we know it's not every single Democrat, but by and large, it's the entire Democratic apparatus. From Joe Biden to Tim Walz, every major Democrat candidate or office holder has called Donald Trump a fascist and called MAGA fascist. That's where we're at as a country.